Hey, what's up guys? Bajheera here. So today was my back day, but I didn't end up recording any of that workout. It was a really good one though, and I'm definitely feeling sore. I did a few different machines that I don't normally do. I'll have to show them to you next time. But regardless, what I did want to do is do a little bit of posing work and take a little bit more of a progress update, just because I want to talk a little bit more about what my goals are. And I've seen some comments asking me questions about how to gain weight, and if you guys want to know about what I'm doing with my diet, once again, I can go over that real quick. I'm eating around 4,000 calories a day, and the way my macronutrients break down is I'm shooting for 450 grams of carbs, around 90 grams of fat, and 350 grams of protein. If I hit that, I'm happy. If I go over that, that's okay. I don't necessarily really want to go too far over that just yet, because I want to see the way 4,000 calories is treating me. But if I hit that, I want to at least get that many calories in, just to make sure I'm getting plenty of calories to recover from these hard workouts I'm doing, and provide me with the energy to train hard, and of course just the raw materials to build muscle. And of course, since I'm eating over maintenance, I am going to be gaining body fat. As you guys can see, definitely not as lean as I was when I was dieting, but that's just what's going to happen. Somebody commented, you know, you look a lot better when you're dieting. Yeah, probably so. You generally tend to look a little bit leaner, a little bit tighter when you're dieting. But the way I like to do my sort of growth and leanness cycles is I like to go ahead and commit to one or the other. And right now I am committing to bulking a little bit. So I'm doing a bulk that I would call as a clean bulk. I'm not eating anything bad. I am eating a lot of calories though. So I'm eating more than I need, so I'm going to probably put on a little bit of body fat as storage, and that's just fine with me because it's going to let me train my hardest and hopefully grow some muscle. Right now I'm weighing 202 pounds. I weighed myself at the end of my workout, so I was kind of probably a little bit low on water, definitely completely devoid of any food in my stomach, so I think 202 is a pretty good estimate of how much I weigh right now. As you can see, I'm not exactly fat. When I do hold fat, it's in my, right around my midsection, which is fine with me. Looking really full, looking strong. I think that this is definitely the best 202 pounds shape I've ever been in my life, and I'm feeling strong. I'm getting the fire back in my workouts. This week alone, I squatted the most I've squatted in a long time, benched the most weight that I've benched in a long time, and even set an all-time PR on deadlift. So already feeling some strength gains from the increase in calories, and I don't think that I've, put on way too much fat. I expect to put on body fat, but, with the way that I'm eating, with the type of food that I'm taking in, it's a lot of clean food, a lot of just, straight up, lots of rice, lots of lean meats, and that's what I like to do when I bulk, and I think it's going to be good for us. And just once again, just to clarify, I'm taking these progress updates not to, expect to be in the absolute best looking shape that I'm ever going to be in my life. It is really honestly just to take an inventory of where I am at this point and see what happens in a couple weeks, couple months down the road. But that's not to say I don't think I'm doing pretty good right now. Definitely feel like I'm growing, and honestly I'm putting a little bit of fat around my midsection, but everything else is looking pretty lean, and I like that. As we talked about last video, my back is definitely an area that I want to grow, but I think with the deadlifts that I've been doing and just increasing my weight, I can definitely see making lots of gains in my back. I do feel like I've had a pretty strong back throughout the course of my sort of fitness journey, so I think just bringing up the size is going to be the natural next step to that. Oh, and as a random side note, I didn't even really know if I was going to talk about this, but I'll go ahead and mention it. Sometimes I've responded to the comments, but as you guys can see, I do have some little bit of acne on my back. Honestly, guys, most of that is scarring from when I was younger. I did have some acne when I was growing up. It's just part of who I am. Even still get some now, but that's just my body chemistry. I work out like 2-3 hours a day, a lot of sweat, a lot of toxins being released. Now, I understand that most of you don't care, but some of you might take that as some sort of sign that I'm on steroids or something. Now, as much as I profoundly appreciate the compliment on my physique, no steroids or anything like that. If I was on steroids, I'd look a whole lot different, but honestly, I'm very happy with my progress. I'm very happy with my plan, and I really have no interest at all in taking anything like that, so don't worry about that. Any acne that I've got going on is just part of my body chemistry, and most of those little marks are just from when I was growing up anyway, so don't worry about it. So my overall plan is, of course, I want to improve in every way possible, but I think my main focus for this particular bulking phase is being really mindful of getting my squats, my deadlifts, my bench, and my overhead press going, and when I work out, I think I want to train a little bit heavier this time around. I'd like to really have every single one of my workouts revolve around, every sort of exercise that I do, I should say, revolve around working up to a few warm-up sets, then getting to a weight where I can do 6 sets of 6 reps. And I don't really know why I'm choosing 6, because it seems like a good mix between strength and, pushing 1 past 5, I guess. I don't know. And that does sound like a lot of volume because it is a lot of volume, but I've really always enjoyed training with high volume. I think I've gotten a lot of results out of it too. So I'm not necessarily going to be doing a ton of reps per set, but I am going to be doing a lot of sets. And I think that's going to give me a chance to really work with a little bit heavier weight and see how that affects my body. I think it's going to be good for me. I've used the 6x6 setup on the sort of main sets of my workouts for a long time, but I think I want to start introducing that to every exercise. So for example, today when I was doing my back workout, instead of doing just 6x6 on the main exercise that I was doing, say deadlifts, I'm going to do it on everything. So I'm going to do my lat pull downs, I'm going to work up to a weight where I can only do 6 reps, I'm going to crank out 6 sets of that, move on to the next thing. If I'm going to do some rows, same exact idea. Work up to a weight that I can only do 6x6 of, and have that be my main working sets for that exercise. Now this is something I'd probably really only try during a bulking phase because you're going to require a lot of calories, not only for the energy to train like that, but also to recover. You don't want to be doing this on a diet because you're probably just going to break yourself down. But honestly, I've been training for a long time now. I feel like I know my body pretty well, and that's the kind of thing that I think is going to help me make progress. Now, I've sort of unconsciously been doing this in a lot of my workouts, say my leg workouts. I've been working up to 6 sets of 6 reps for a lot of different exercises, like front squats, leg press, not only my back squats. And I think I've gotten a lot of progress out of my legs, and that's something I'm really proud of. My legs are continuing to grow, and I want to see what happens when I feed these puppies, man. My legs have grown through the diet, so I'm happy. And I'm happy just in general. It feels good to get more calories in me, man. I feel like I have a lot more energy. I can lift a lot heavier at the gym. Now, I know eventually at some point I'm going to be, you know, all nice and chubby after being on, you know, maybe 4,500 to 5,000 calories after a couple months. I'm like, all right, it's time to diet down. And then I'll be ready to diet. I don't know. Who knows if I'm going to go that high. I think 4,000 is a pretty good number for a nice clean bulk over the next 3 months or so. But for right now, really enjoying the increase in calories. Really enjoying the extra strength that I'm getting in the gym. The increase in energy. Feeling good. And I think it's really a good idea to make use of that. And go ahead and encourage myself to lift heavy. Hit some new PRs. Make some strength gains. Make some definite muscle mass gains. And of course, share that whole experience with you guys. I cannot tell you how motivating your support and feedback is to me. Like, I get a lot of wonderful messages from people telling me, you know, how inspirational these videos are to them, but you guys need to know how inspirational you guys are to me. So by all means, keep showing these videos love, keep telling me how your fitness journey's going, and I'm very confident that we will continue to make progress together, guys. So, once again, thank you so much for watching. Really hope you guys are enjoying these videos because, as you know, I love posting them for you. Keep up the amazing work, guys, and thank you so much for your support. Thanks for watching, dudes, and I'll see you next time. Peace!